how much more money would that make you? And it's okay to want more money. It's safe to say, I want more money. I want more customers. Hey legend, how have you been? Now, I remember we spoke a while back about you getting started in the affiliate marketing space, and I clearly remember you were like, Sheree, I want a business, but I don't want to be one of those people trying to flog all my products to my family and friends all the time. And hun, trust me, you don't have to do that at all to grow and scale a successful business. I'm proof of it. But you might remember 7 years ago when I started in the online space, I was using all those icky methods that you don't want to do. I was cold messaging, using those icky copy and paste messages and just blasting my friends with it. I was making lists of people that I thought would be perfect for the online business that I was doing. I was doing coffee shop meetups, going to coffee shops with the absolute intention of making a sale and prospecting the bejesus out of this person. And I was doing all these in-home parties. So, weekly in-home parties, sharing my story, sharing about the products. It just all began to feel a little icky to me. You name it, I've most likely done it when it comes to the worst methods of network marketing and marketing online. Worst of all, I used to teach those freaking methods to my team. Oh, it makes me cringe just thinking about it and remembering it. As I said, it all started to feel out of alignment. It started to feel icky. I was tired of trying to push my products onto my family and friends. And of course, I'm a high achiever like you. It was all coming from a good place. We're not bad people, but I was just willing to do whatever it took to get the sale and to be uber successful. And it was just the way I was taught that was going to happen. I had to do all those icky things, all those cold methods. So what changed? What made me stop doing all that absolute crap? I started to learn about attraction marketing. Have you heard of it? I think we've spoken about this before. Well, listen up because I'm going to share 3 more top tips with you today. And I'm calling this my attraction marketing method. Pretty epic, eh? It's helped so many entrepreneurs like you draw in clients without doing any of that icky, cold, old network marketing stuff. Think about this for a minute. How would your life and business change if you were actually waking up to messages from people wanting to work with you on a daily basis? People prospecting you, not the other way around. How much more free time would that give you to enjoy the things that you love? How much more money would that make you? And it's okay to want more money. It's safe to say, I want more money. I want more customers. How would attracting your ideal client and soul tribe change your life and business? What would it give you? I really, really encourage you to think about that for a minute. And especially after our chat, go away and journal about this. The potential's pretty freaking epic, hey? All right, let's dive into my 3 top tips. Remember to come back and think about how your life would change if you were attracting your ideal client. But now I'm going to show you how. So number 1, and I talk about this so much because it's so freaking important. I learned who my ideal client was. I learned who my soul tribe was. Most importantly, I learned what their values were. What was my soul tribe a stand for? What did they desire? So I want you to think about your soul tribe. What are their values? What are their virtues? What does your soul tribe stand for? What does your soul tribe dream of accomplishing? What are their pain points? Is it, say for me, my pain points for my ideal client is not having any time with their family and friends, having to say no to in attending a wedding for their best friend and being a bridesmaid because they're on charter, not being able to go home and say goodbye to their last living grandparent because the boss is arriving the next day. These are my soul tribe's pain points because those were my pain points. Hey, hon, just wanted to quickly check in and see if you've checked out my 3-day attraction marketing masterclass yet. Now, I've designed this especially for you. It's a 3-day course that you can start right now, where I'm going to help you gain clarity on your ideal client, clarity on your branding, and help you get clear on the art of copywriting. So you can start waking up to messages from your ideal client instead of having to do those icky cold prospecting techniques that your uplines told you to do. Now, right now for you, it's only $97. That's a special just for you listening right now. The link is going to be in the details of this podcast. You're going to have lifetime access to the course, a private Facebook group where you'll have support from me and other entrepreneurial boss babes, and it'll be a chance where you can ask me questions as well. So link is going to be in the details of this podcast, but for now, let's get back to it. So have a little reflect on where you were before you started online, or if you haven't started online, just think about where you were like a year ago or 6 months ago and get really clear on who that person is. Secondly, this is one of my favorite things, and I've been really working on mastering the art of copywriting. It's one of the most highest paid jobs in the world. I studied copywriting and writing posts that were actually relevant to my ideal client, things that were going to serve my ideal client. And this is a little bit woo-woo, but whenever I sit down to write copy, like a Facebook post, an email, Instagram, whatever it is, or if I'm doing a video, I have a quick think. What does my soul tribe need to hear today? And whatever comes first is what I start writing about. And when you're in the zone, just keep that writing flowing. It doesn't matter if it doesn't make sense. With copywriting, I always write it all out, whatever I'm feeling. Then I come back to it and I re-edit it. I go over it. And this is an uber freaking important thing when it comes to copywriting. Read it out loud, because you're going to notice things that might not make sense when you're reading your copy out loud. This is one of the most important things I do, and it's been a game changer for me in my copy, because sometimes when I'm just writing it out, it's all flowing. I reread it. I think it makes sense. But when I verbalize it, I'm like, oh, I might have to tweak this a little bit. So make sure it makes sense. Also, when it comes to copywriting, wasn't going to share this, but it just came to mind. You want to be clear over clever. Now, I know you're a high achiever. I know you love to write all these things that sound really funky, just like I do. And you love to be clever, and that's okay. But when it comes to copy, make it freaking uber clear, especially if you're doing some sort of call to action. What does your soul avatar need to do? If you're trying to get a point across, what is that? Don't try to be clever with the copywriting. Just be super freaking clear. It's actually good to, when you're writing out your copy, to write as if you're like a 10, 12-year-old. You know, keep it super clear. Think, would a 10 and 12-year-old understand this? If they would, you're on the right track. All right, last but not least, this is something I talk about a little bit, but it's because it is one of the final keys to mastering the attraction marketing method. I got really clear on my actual offer. So I really encourage you to think about, what is my offer? What is the transformation I'm offering my ideal client? For me, it's helping women transition into the online space, even while working full-time, so that they can start building a life of time, freedom, and choice, and life on their own terms, whatever that looks like for them. I talk about the transformation here, not the bells and whistles. Think for a minute again. What transformation can you offer, or are you already offering? We're not caring about the grams of protein. We're not caring about the extra one-on-one call. Is this going to give your client, we're thinking about transformation here. Is it going to give your client more money, more clients, more energy, weight loss? What is it going to give them? So we've gone over a lot today. I really encourage you to re-listen to this, because I know you're recording it. And I'm going to head off. If you want to continue this convo on attraction marketing, dive on over to Insta. Feel free to hit me up in my DMs. But hun, ciao for now. Let's chat next week.